Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to an exciting video. Again this time we have the new Planet Zoo Southeast Asian Animal Pack installed that has been released today, as well as update 1.5. So very exciting day. Slightly different format this time for Planet Zoo. So we've obviously got, as I'm sure you know, 7 habitat animals and 1 exhibit animal. Instead of the usual 4 habitat and 1 exhibit. We've got a few more animals, but we've got, as you can see from our layout here, we've got a lot less to look at in terms of building pieces and scenery and all that sort of thing. We haven't really got any of that, so we'll go through the animals and bits relating to the new pack to start with, and then we shall have a look at the few other bits that are more update based. So we'll start down here. Now, when I first put these in, I don't know if it was me or if there was a glitch in my game and they weren't actually in there, but I literally could not see them for ages. I spent ages going round and round looking for them. I did only obviously put 4 in at the start. You can see now they've bred quite a lot, and there are quite a lot in there now, but they are great. They're nice little animals, and now we've got a few more. I can spot them more easily now. So I feel like there was a glitch, but yeah, it might just have been me. But yeah, we've got a few in here. So the giant Malaysian leaf insect, not stick insect, as I keep saying stick insect, and obviously I mean leaf insect. So yeah, nice little species, something a little bit different, something you have to use your eyes for and look at these. Spend a long time searching for. Again, it is a shame we don't have smaller versions of this, because they would be nice in a slightly smaller tank, but oh well. Nice little addition, especially when there's quite a few in there. You can see them a bit better. Well, that one's moving. And stop moving. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Giant Malaysian leaf insect. So the first of the habitat animals down here. Now, we should have babies of everything. There's a couple pregnant, but we should be able to see male, female and juvenile. So down here we have the Babirusa. So in the game, even though they've been called the North Sulawesi Babirusa on social media and stuff, they are listed just as Babirusa. I can't remember if that is the same in here. Yeah, they are listed as Babirusa there, but then specified here, which is a slight change, because normally, like with the Capuchin, they weren't very detailed in terms of the actual full name on there and some of the other bits, and they called this the Ussuri Dhole, but actually they've just called it Dhole in the main sort of game listing. So yeah, an interesting one. But here we go. We have the 3. We have the male here with the lovely tusks, looking lovely. These are a very nice model. A little chunky, maybe. The female looks a little bit chunky compared to what I kind of think of them as, but still a nice model. The skin looks very nice and the colouring and stuff. When I saw the trailer, they looked a little bit too pinky purpley colour, but they've seemed to have maybe toned it down since then, and it's got that grey texture with the pink hints. Baby's very cute little baby. Hard to keep track of there. So yeah, that is the Babirusa. Nice to have another pig in the game, because we only had the warthog, unless I'm forgetting one. So next, the one that caused a lot of commotion on social media and things like that, we have got the Binturong. So I was in agreement that it didn't look right when I first saw the shot. This looks much better. Much better. It's the ear tufts is probably one of the most important things, but just the whole head and face looks good. The body looks good, nice tail and everything. I think it's nice now. It's a good model. Male and female, I don't think look too different in here. But and then the babies, which I haven't seen yet for myself. Oh, look at them, they're cute. And it looks like the babies have the same tuftiness on the ears. It's hard to see in this long grass, but they might have edited the babies as well. I would imagine they would have done to get them sorted too. In our next one we have the clouded leopard. Again, very nice model. Looking lovely there. Is it going to jump up? Oh, okay. Well, that was a little weird, but we'll let it off. So we have male and female. Very nice. And nice to have a slightly smaller cat. It's kind of a slightly different shape with the nice long tail and everything as well, which is cool. And then we've got the babies. Very cute. Very cute indeed. Really nice texture. Oh, looked like it was looking at me then. That was a bit weird. Drink there. Very nice. So yeah, the clouded leopard, one of the most anticipated and requested from what I'd seen on Discord and social media and that sort of thing. So a welcome addition. Next, probably my least anticipated / favourite, but still nice to have, obviously, as many animals as we can have. The Dhole. Now, I don't know where the other adult is. These are the babies. They're cute. They're actually really cute. I've not seen them. I've not really looked at the babies in depth yet myself. Yeah, very nice. And then we've got the adult. Where's the other adult? Should be another one. Oh, here. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's okay, but it's breathing. It's fine. So yeah, another canid. Obviously, we keep getting canids, but I think they're different looking enough to be acceptable to have them in the game. They don't really look like the others too much. So yeah, nice little addition there, the Dhole. Next we have the Malayan tapir. Now I've popped a bear to tapir in just to compare the two. But hello little baby. Cute. Baby tapirs are very cute. Very cute indeed. And then we have the adults. So yeah, they're obviously very similar in terms of shape and size and things like that to the bears. Mostly just patterning. But yeah, they could do with a slightly sort of chunkier proboscis sort of chunky bit, I would say. And they don't look quite right. There's just something slightly off about them, but they still look nice. They're a striking species, which is good. The black and white, they're quite a eye-catching, recognisable species. So yes, the Malayan tapir, very nice. Next, look, and then we've got one more after this. So these are really cool. The Proboscis Monkey. If he would stop running around, it'd be great. So, Proboscis Monkey. An unusual one, definitely, I would say. Not that common in captivity. A couple of places have them, but not that many. But a very interesting species and quite recognisable. That big old nose. And generally a nice looking animal and nice looking model. It's nice to have another monkey, like a nice long-tailed bigger monkey. Quite a lot of sexual dimorphism between the two, so the male's big, chunky, big old nose. Female's a lot more toned down, small, still a slight chunk to the nose, but not really massive, and a lot slimmer and that sort of thing. And then the little babies. Come on, turn around. Very cute. The little babies are cute. Just a little pointy nose. Yes, come into the light, that's what we want. So yeah, lovely species to have in the game, and they will swim as well, so something a little different there for them. And then lastly, and I know a very popular one again, the sun bear. Now we've got all three again, so we've got 2 adults there, slight size difference but not much, and then the little baby. Very nice. The claws and everything is obviously quite distinct there, very noticeable. The tongue and a lot of the animations are very cool. They look a little chunky again. Some bears are quite strange looking, they're quite slim and not very fluffy, but still nice to have them, even if they are a little bit chunkier. So yes, these are all the new species that we've got to play around with. So we'll have a look at what's in the enclosure with them. So this is the new forage ball. So as far as I can remember, it was only the sun bear that can use it. Why are they not showing it? Oh, because I can forage, not foraging. So yes, only the sun bear can use this one from the new pack. Maybe they'll add other things to this, although if this comes with the with this pack, then I assume they probably won't update it to be used by anything else. We have the trees. Now they look like normal trees, but they are specifically habitat items, so they're scratching trees. So you pop them in, they're in the habitat tab. These are base game from what I remember. Where are they? So yeah, these are base game things. You can see here they're actually useful for a lot of species, including obviously some of the DLC animals as well, like jaguar, llama. So a lot of species, the reindeer, DLC ones and base game ones can use these. So we've got the Scots pine type, and then we've also got over here the tamarind type, so it's a tropical sort of version and then a kind of evergreeny version as well. Then the last one, no, we have got 2 more. We've got, I think they've eaten it down here. We can't reset that manually, can we? I almost never put these in. We have got, let me put one in so we can see it. A block of frozen fish. So just a little something for some of the fish eaters. Again, base game thing. So a few base game animals as well as some of the DLC animals that is appropriate. So the last one, as you probably saw down here, oh, there we go, this one. So this is a very cool one. The way it's set up, it'd be nice to have just objects like this that the animals could use that aren't habitat, because these are really common. So this is a fire hose type hammock. A lot of zoos will use fire hose to make things like this, and it's yeah, a really nice one. It's recolorable, so we can recolor the faux trees to be whatever colour we want there. We can recolor the actual hammock itself. So if we wanted bright green, we could have bright green. A lot of the zoo ones are this kind of red colour. And then we can also do the chain protectors, so if we wanted these like the sleeve parts to be white, then we can have them as white, so a nice recolorable one. You could probably integrate these into certain other bits. It might be a little bit tricky with the branches and things coming out the sides, but potentially something that you can play around with and maybe build up a rock wall on one side, that sort of thing, to still integrate it into things instead of it sticking out in the middle. But a very nice one. This one is suitable for the, I think it was just the sun bear and the clouded leopard. Yeah, sun bear and clouded leopard. And this is in the pack. There you go. There's a nice animation there, and the way it moves and stuff is really cool. Tail goes through the through it a little bit there, but and head. But yeah, a nice one to have in there. I suppose they maybe that's a bug. Maybe it's supposed to be higher up than that, because it does look like they're sticking through in the right kind of angles to be sat on top of this. But anyway, maybe that's something they'll patch if it looks a little bit off. So that's all the new bits. So we've got the 2 trees and the fish in the update, so everyone can have that, and base game things can use it. And then we've got in the Southeast Asian pack the hammock and the foraging wall for just DLC species. So lastly then, for the new pack, Babirusa. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move that over here, because that's actually part of that section. So, scenery, prop stuff. We haven't got much. I've popped them all on the front of the species that they relate to. So we were told that we weren't going to get a Babirusa one now. It will come at a slightly later date. Don't know the reason for that, obviously. It's a little strange for them to have done that, but at least we know we will be getting something. Binturong, this is the only one we have. A sort of wooden looking outline sculpture type thing. Quite cute. For the clouded leopard and the Dhole, we've got similar to what we got in the aquatic pack, so these semi-realistic looking small and large portrait kind of things. Quite nice. I like the style of these. I said that in the last pack. I liked that style, so it's nice to see a couple more of these styles coming in. So they're the Dhole ones. And then the Tapir one's really nice, I think. So we've got obviously an adult and baby rather than a small and large only adult. So yeah, you can kind of see here there's a couple of slight differences from the way this looks to the way the actual model looks a little bit, but it's still not bad. But yeah, lovely signs, really nice signs they are. This is a slightly strange one. We've got the Proboscis Monkey one, quite abstract, I suppose, not like the others, it's quite realistic. And then we've got the Sunbear ones, another slightly different style, this kind of 3D sculpture, one with the tongue out, one with the tongue in, quite cute again. Is it recolorable? That's not recolorable, see if any of them are. That one's not. These ones are. Oh, the edges. So, just these bits of the 3D are recolorable, which is interesting. I suppose could be useful. I assume it's the same with that. Yep. And with that. Yes. Binturong, not recolorable, and then Babirusa we don't have anything. So that is it for the actual pack. Southeast Asian animal pack. So yeah, a lot of good additions. Very light on the scenery and stuff like that. I'm still sad that we have no new foliage, because that's one of my favourite things to start using, is all the new types of foliage. But yeah, a nice selection of animals there. kind of nice to have a few new bits to use. That's a cool animation, the leopard perching on the top of that. It's very cool. Then we have some update stuff. So the first thing is these. So these are the new sculptures that we have that relate to the challenge, the career mode sort of thing, and challenges, scenarios. I can never remember the exact words that are used for them. So every time you complete one of the career mode things, or the time scenarios, I think as well, all of those, depending on what level you get it to, you'll win the statue for that. If you just have the thing unlocked, you'll have the base stone one, which is very nice in itself, and then you obviously get these three different colours if you complete the bronze, silver and gold version of the challenge. So yeah, if you've finished it to the end, you have all of them. If you unlock, you get that one as a base. So we have one. There's quite a lot. I've not really done many of them, so it's kind of hard for me to show all of them because I haven't actually completed them all. But these are all the ones that we have got access to. So we've got the pangolin, panda, the flamingo, penguin, lion, kangaroo, reindeer, giraffe, crocodile, wolf, and with the new pack, the new one, we've got the Babirusa. So these, I really love these. I think these are lovely statues. So they'll be a nice addition. Obviously, we have a bit more incentive now to complete all of them because we know we'll be getting new statues for completing them. So that is a lovely addition there, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of these popping up in people's zoos. So we'll look at the water, and then we'll go on to the other big one. So water, this is another new thing. So the water tab has been kind of redesigned a little bit. So we've got here calm water, rough water. So calm, nice still water, rough, a little bit more wavy. So what we have now is we've got the remove water button to click on. We can still add stuff in and right click to get rid of it as well, but we have this new feature. So we've got painting, sorry, not painting, the painting is for the edges. We've got select water, so we've got the option now to select this whole body of water, and it brings up some stats, which is very useful. So we can see the water area, how much area it covers, as well as the depth. So this will be very useful for the diving, that we can see the depth. I assume that means if it's 4 meters or more, we'll get animals diving in it, but I've not really had a chance to test it out, obviously, because I'm only just getting my hands on it. We've got the temperature and the cleanliness up here as well, and we've now got waters that have actual names, actual bodies of water, so we could call that whatever lake, or that sort of thing. We've got connected objects, so any of the factors that relate to the body of water. So have we got any is it part of a habitat, or is it connected to various habitats? Has it got any water treatment attached to it, or the temperature regulators attached to it, and a little thing up there. And then we have the colour. So this is a cool one. So at the top we've just got a simple use natural colour on and off toggle. If we don't want the natural colour, we've got variety of preset colours. So we've got clean water as standard, we've got dirty water, Everglades, so that kind of swampy, Amazon, so sort of big rushing river, sort of dirty, a lot of sediment, that sort of thing. Tropical, nice, quiet and clear. Crystal clear as well, so crystal clear. Azure, which is that lovely vibrant blue. We've got midnight, this very dark purplish blue, and then we have a few a bit sort of out there ones, sort of gimmicky ones. So we've got toxic, this bright green colour, and then we've got a few that relate to the drinks in the game. So we've got cosmic cow, that pink, Gulpy, the sort of orange soda one, Pipshot Juice, the green, and then Street Fox, the kind of coffee colour. So they are all presets. I think if you have one selected and then click use natural, it just overrides it, and if you remove that, it changes back to what your custom type 1 is under here. So underneath that we have got a couple of other options. So we've got the paint tab for the colour of the water, so if we want bright red we can do bright red, and then we've also got a sliding bar for transparency. So we can have 0 transparency, completely dark, if you go in it can't see anything, and then as we slowly pull it up, obviously it gets a little bit more transparent, and obviously from above the water you can get a decent scale there. So within the water here you can't really tell, that looks pretty much clear, but as we go down, yeah, it changes. So quite a few options there. Again, I assume if we then tip that, it reverts back to natural, so that's fine. So yeah, a very cool new addition. It will be able to make very tropical looking things with nice blue water and that sort of thing. So yeah, a nice new mechanic there for the water. Now last but by no means least, we have this. All of this. Now this, I'm more impressed seeing it now than I was when I read about it, because they've done the things that I think they needed to do to make it really good. So we've got loads of different types, so that's one tip. We've got a lot of sizes. So these can all now be found in the facilities tab under the media devices and education. We had all up to sort of there, I think, before, all of this lot before, but now we have all of this chunk down here. So we have a lot of different sizes. So what we have is the TV screen, 1 meter, 2 meter and 4 meter. We've got projection screen, so that's 4 meters, 4x4, so a square version, 8 meter, 16 meter and 32 meters. So we've got a big variety there of different sizes. We also have for not for that one actually, so that's the only issue with that. But for all of these projection screens we have lit and non-lit versions. Now that is a really useful thing. I was quite worried that when we got them they would always be lit up, which we know is an issue for a few of the signs that we already have, in that there's no option to turn the light off. So I was a bit worried that we would have lit everything would be lit up if they were all technically supposed to be kind of screens, but we haven't. We have got lit and unlit versions, so they do say lit and then just standard nothing. So we can see if we go into nighttime, there's one of each type lights up. All of these ones do, so these were the standard ones that we had, the exhibit one and the habitat one. Lovely photo there. And then these TV screens do all light up, so that's a shame, because it would be lovely to use these smaller signs in place of these, which we still can do, but it just means they won't light up, so that would be a shame. Not that they won't light up, it means they will light up, sorry. So the other bits that we have, let me just go into the light again. So we have a few little bits here, we just have a few holders, so mount poles. So we've got a ceiling version, a pole version, and then a wall version as well, so just things to, in theory, attach your screens and bits and bobs to. And the last thing, which I have to say I was impressed with, I was worried, I never played Planet Coaster, so I never used any of this sort of stuff before, so I'm not sure how they dealt with it in there, But I was worried that all of these wouldn't be flat. I was worried they would have a kind of edge to them, as a kind of something like this, an actual kind of frame or something that they were on automatically. And luckily that's not the case. They are just literally flat items, well, almost flat, very thin sort of layer there. So when we use these, we click on one of the screens, shows what we've got. So here is the actual image. So if we click on here, we've got loads of different types. So we've got example ones just to show what they are. So that's what these ones are, and it shows you the kind of sizes you need to fill the screen properly. We've got some square ones automatically in, so that's these ones down here. Not many of them. The tall ones seem a little bit weird. I'm not sure exactly how they work because they kind of squash, but I assume they're supposed to be lengthways. I don't know if these change depending on how they're rotated. We could try it now, quick. No. So if we do a tall amphibian crisis, it's sort of, yeah, strangely like that. So yeah, I haven't played around with them much. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be in these ones. Is it supposed to be in these ones that we have tall? Okay, so that's more like it. That's kind of what we're supposed to have. So these are supposed to be kind of square ones rather than rectangular ones. So we have various different ones. Obviously some of these we might want to use, so we've got all the climate change and all of those issues. We've got the branding ones for the food and drink and stuff like that. We've got video versions, so as we see here, we have video versions of all of the brands as well. Well, not all of the brands, I don't think, or at least most of them. And then we have some other bits like the Planet Zoo welcome down here, some other videos and bits and bobs like that. We have the wide versions to fit the wider screens, and then we have animal versions of everything, so we've got wide versions of all the animal information. So we can use them however we want. Then we have a few other bits and bobs down here. As I say, I'm just going through, so I haven't used them all, but we can select advertising target. So if I select that, accept, then we will, I assume if people see that, they sort of head towards this enclosure. As I say, I don't know exactly how it works, but you can obviously play around with that, and I'm sure there'll be other tutorials and bits coming up on how to use this this system here. But yeah, that is it. So within this folder we have this tab, which says you have to add your images and videos to a set folder in your files on your computer, and you should be able to refresh it, and then I assume then they will come up on the list of items, either in here or in here, I'm not sure. And then you can favourite things as well by the looks of it. Yeah, you can favourite things using the little star on the side there. So this opens up a massive whole new world for Planet Zoo, and this is something that people have been requesting for a long time. I know I'm going to try and use these sorts of things for backdrops, murals, that kind of thing, for habitats. I'm currently building a tropical house, Southeast Asian tropical house in Crimson Valley Zoo. I've been doing some on Twitch, so you can check it out on there, and I will be posting a video on it of course as well, but I plan to use some of these for the actual walls, to kind of blend in the walls rather than having them bare. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here. Not as much as we normally get with the pack, but a lot of these things are going to be really useful for stuff and still add a lot of creativity, especially these screens and things. So I hope you enjoyed this video, having a look at everything that we've got today. And yeah, as I say, I will be using all this stuff in the coming days, weeks, months. So if you haven't already subscribed to me on here, then it would be great if you would do so, and then you can keep up to date when I upload new videos and stuff like that. You can join our little Discord community and post pictures, share inspiration, talk about Planet Zoo and real zoo stuff, all sorts of things. And you can also share any nice art and stuff that you've created for your new billboards. And you can also follow me on Twitter, and I shall post the link, all these links, Twitch as well, in the description. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're all as excited as I am. I'm excited to go now and put all these animals down in my tropical house and start using them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed playing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.